Veterans Voice is a show that connects veterans and active members of the military to qualified guests who help you find programs and benefits you qualify for and discuss housing, education, career training, and other topical matters. Every show addresses issues that affect your life. Each week, Veterans Voice will begin with a story from one of our veterans about his or her experiences in the military. We want to thank these veterans for sharing these stories with us.
Here. It's going to cost at least $350,000. I wanted to get your approval before.
All right.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
All right. I'm going to do it then, all right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Leroy Ashwood, and I am the President and Chief Executive Officer of Brave for Veterans. If you're viewing this video from our website, you know that our mission is to provide needed informational resources and assistance to support transitioning military veterans after their service. Central to that effort is our partnering and collaborating with community-based organizations such as Social Capital Inc. and Veterans Voice Network, the producers of this clip, which features Social Capital Inc.'s annual Idealist Luncheon, which recognizes people in the greater Boston area whose extraordinary and exemplary volunteer efforts have made an impact in the communities where they live, particularly also where SCI serves. This is Brave's introductory stories video that will offer Brave supporters and those interested in our programs the opportunity to see the people with whom we work and the outcomes of those efforts at www.braveforveterans.org. After I finished my career in public service, the thing that I took with me the most was the need to recognize volunteers who give their time to help nonprofit organizations all across the nation. This clip from Social Capital Inc. will show you a way in which that happens. Thank you for taking the time to view this video, and on with the show. And thank you for your support.
So happy you could all join us. Danny, the crossing guard, passes out stickers she has brought for the kids. Conversations, excited, abound in the room in both Spanish and English. Ron and Jose translating ably as needed. Then we step into the bright January sunshine and head toward Chelsea's Broadway. This is the first Walk Wednesday project, something started by a group of Chelsea residents who have stepped up to work with SCI and some of our partners to develop some leadership skills as they also try to spread healthy habits in their community, which happens to have about half of the kids are overweight or obese. That's what social capital is all about. Coming together from different walks of life, different backgrounds, around a shared goal to make our communities healthier. Social capital is about coming together and connecting for community impact. Add capacity to our nonprofit partners to be able to engage more volunteers and to plan community events that bring diverse people together. We also leverage online tools that encourage people to get out into their neighborhoods and find ways that they can tap the resources that are available in the neighborhood and find ways that they can volunteer to make a difference. And another time we talked about how we leverage those social networks to bring a community together after a terrible act of violence. But social capital isn't always about their dramatic events. It's about the simple act of coming together and stepping up and saying, I want to connect with people to work to make my community a little better. Stepping up to walk with a diverse group of folks in our neighborhoods. And then taking it a step further, like one of those Chelsea health leaders named Imelda, who is now not only helping lead this walk group, but is partnering with the principal at her kids' elementary school to come up with plans to try to get the whole school community walking more, to be more physically fit and active. A great budding leader that we're helping support. At SCI, we believe in the powerful act of stepping up to connect with people different than ourselves, and stepping up to work with each other to make a difference and create healthier communities. And to call upon the AmeriCorps members that serve with SCI and serve our communities and dedicate a year of service. So if you could come on down at this time, those of you serving in Lawrence. Yeah!
Go Lawrence!
Lawrence, Salem, Revere, Woburn, and Lynn, come on down. Next, I would like to call up AmeriCorps members serving right here in the city of Boston. We have some members that serve the entire city with citywide initiatives. And then we have members focused on neighborhoods, including Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan. Come on down. And last but not least, we would like to call the AmeriCorps members who are serving communities south of Boston, kind of broadly defined. We'll start out in Milford and Bellingham, which is south of Boston. If you check the map, it is. And then also the South Coast region, where we have 3 communities that we partner with: Dartmouth, Fall River, and New Bedford. Time for you all to come on down.
Come on down!
Each of them had made the decision to serve, making only a very modest living allowance. They have full-time schedules, some to most weeks over 40 hours, and they dedicate their time supporting communities and bringing people together. It is a privilege just having the opportunity to know them. As David mentioned, we're here today to honor those that exemplify SCI's mission of bringing people together to strengthen their communities. Our members are doing that every day. Trying to tell you all the things that they do, but I'm thinking the easiest way to help you understand our members and the incredible things that they do is to have them share the reasons why they serve. So we've asked a few of our members to come up and do just that.
Hello, my name is Brian Kibler. I am serving at Groundwork Lawrence in Lawrence, Mass. And I serve to increase equal access to parks and recreation in the city that I grew up in.
Hi everyone, my name is Genesis Barrientos. I'm serving at Girls in Dublin, and I serve to give back to the community that helped raise me. Hi everyone, my name is Olivia Larkin, and I'm serving at Boston Alliance for Community Health. I serve because I believe that everyone deserves a chance at a healthy life.
Hello, my name is Christian Grant. I serve at the Boston Project Ministries in Dorchester, and I serve because I believe that the teenage voice matters.
Hello, my name is Amelia Walters, and I serve at the Hockomock Area YMCA. I serve to support young people and healthy lifestyles and to inspire them every day.
Let's give these AmeriCorps members another round of applause. Fantastic.
Today, we're going to start out with looking at our community social capitalism. And first of all, I've been involved in SCI, I'll tell you, since about 2002 when I ran into David at an event, and next thing you know, I started doing an activity, and the next thing you know, I was on the board, and now I'm chairperson of the board of directors. And it's been a fantastic experience. SCI, longtime board member, and president of Stop and Compare Supermarkets, will now present the award to Maroli Riccardi.
student in the Fall River Public Schools, the daughter of natives of Bangladesh. She is a devout Muslim and wears a hijab. She enjoys playing soccer and hopes to pursue a career in human services. She has been a target of racism and hate in her school and in her community. Multiple times, Samaya has been called a terrorist and has been told to go back to her home country. While walking with her school during the city's holiday parade, an adult male came into the street and ripped her hijab from her head. Despite all of this, Samaya promotes peace and tranquility by participating in the confronting discrimination groups that I lead as an SCI AmeriCorps member. Monthly, I bring together city officials from the city council, the mayor's office, school committee, leaders from the nonprofit world, and our youth to discuss difficult and sometimes volatile subjects. This group offers a safe place for all of us to discuss these important and sometimes confusing issues and to compare and contrast where we stand in regard to those around us. Samaya's response to being verbally attacked at school was to request to speak in front of her school body about the issue to help correct misinformation about Muslims in her community. She spoke before an audience in the city, including city council, school committee, and mayor. As an 8th grader, Samaya is a strong and empowering young woman, willing to stand up for what she believes in and helping others understand her religion and culture to better sow the seeds of peace and justice. Samaya is someone I can relate to. I was born and raised in Fall River. I'm the youngest of 3 older brothers. I'm half Asian and half Caucasian. The schools that I attended were predominantly Caucasian. During that time, it was unusual to see someone of mixed race. Your skin tone matches ours, but your eyes and your last name say otherwise. With no friends and no voice, I remained angry, alone, and unwelcome. At the time, I looked up to one of my older brothers who had been involved in a gang. I admired the power, the intimidation, and the acceptance as one of them. Following in his footsteps, I immersed myself into the gang culture. My house was vandalized with graffiti, threats were made, fights occurred, police were called. I witnessed some of my closest friends get stabbed, and I saw my best friend covered in someone else's blood. My brother was recruited by some of our guidance counselors for a group called Peaceful Coalition. This group was intended to help the most high-risk gang-involved youth. Soon I found myself joining the women's group of Peaceful Coalition. Through this group, I found my voice, developed pride in my heritage, and learned how important it was to give back to my community. During high school, I got involved with community service at Greater Fall River Recreation, where I met an AmeriCorps member. It was interesting to see that a woman so close to my age can make such sustainable changes in her community. It definitely piqued my interest. I never thought that I'd be reconnected with AmeriCorps. AmeriCorps has given me the opportunity to be the person that I needed when I was younger. My experience has helped me realize I wanted to help people in some kind of capacity. First, I attended Bristol Community College, and then onward to my dream school, UMass Amherst. My eyes and perspective on the world expanded. I wanted to do more for others, particularly young women. After graduating from UMass, I returned to my hometown to serve as an SCI AmeriCorps member. My mission was to develop a program to give young women the opportunities that Peaceful Coalition had given me and more. Coming from a city surrounded by violence, poverty, homelessness, and sometimes hopelessness, I wanted to provide young women with the opportunities that I had and to help find their voice and use that as a tool to advocate for themselves and those around them. I know what it is like to feel like you do not have a voice, you do not have power, you do not have a future, and I also know what it is like to turn that around and carve out a bright future for yourself. What drew me to Social Capital Inc. was their vision for youth success. Part of SCI's mission is to help develop relationships between youth and positive role models and foster youth development. SCI enabled me to pursue my passion and to inspire young women and start my Young Women's Empowerment group, WAVE. WAVE stands for Women, Action, Voices, Empowerment, and is a stepping stone to provide opportunity for young women in the city of Fall River. Each week, I am in the Fall River Public High Schools with the Wave Girls, building confidence and developing leadership skills through support and service. One of the most important aspects of my program is to build trust among my girls. It is imperative that we build each other up and teach each other. SCI has given me the opportunity to recreate the safe place that I had that helped me venture on my journey, the journey that I even pursue today. I can help others highlight their strengths and guide them to the path of success. Things do change, and they can be something to be remarkable to help repair our world. Thank you.
Good for standing and thank you so much for your powerful work. That is incredible.
Well, thank you, Daniel. Good afternoon to all of you. It is a real treat to be here among so many friends and community partners in this work. Such as Molly Baldwin, congratulations, and Ray and Gloria Hammond, congratulations to you as well, and certainly all the recipients today. And I especially appreciate the opportunity to be here today, not only in support of an organization whose mission and values are so well aligned with my own and those of my colleagues at Eastern, but to introduce and recognize a leader that I deeply admire, respect, and in fact, like a great deal. Under the leadership of Mayor Dan Rivera, along with many outstanding community partners, the City of Lawrence is undergoing a true rebirth and renaissance, who has fostered a culture of collaboration, resulting in the Mayor's Health Task Force, a coalition that supports healthy, active living across the community, and a winner of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Culture of Health Prize. So when we had that wonderful and deserved standing ovation for Jessica following her speech. So with all that said, and so much more that could be, I am pleased to present to Dan and the City of Lawrence the inaugural SCI Connect for Community Impact Award.
And so those type of things come up and you just think, well, you know, we really just ran a campaign to change our city, to make our city better. You know, by making it safer, by making our city government more professional, and by working to bring opportunities to our people who work in our community. The real secret of all this was that all this stuff was already happening. If you're in a gateway community, you know that the successes that are happening every day in communities oftentimes get pushed off the front page by the normal, usual nonsense that they can move newspapers. And so, so I just real quick, Groundwork Lawrence is how old?
Oh gosh, we're 15 now?
15 years, Lawrence Community Works? 30 years. Mayor's Health Task Force has been around?
Since 2000.
Since 2002. The youngest in the group is the Lawrence Partnership. That's like a year and a half. That's all right. They already gave out $1 million? Yeah. $1 million in getting working capital to this.
Oh!
So I'm into this 2.5 years, and these people have been doing this work way before I got there. We thought that if we could stay out of the way, that we would make a difference. We're working on housing, job creation, economic development, and something that is kind of happening, it's going to have a huge impact, is the first urban renewal plan the city's had, and I would say one generation, but I think it's probably 2 generations. It's just one of the things that you can't do unless government has the trust of the community, and the community is really working together. You know, the last thing I'll do before I do that, Jay Ash, ladies and gentlemen, back in the just gave me a
Let's hear it, Jay Ash.
to introduce Dan Rivera.
So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
So exciting to hear about the great things in Lawrence. Mayor Rivera, thank you so much.
And what a gift that is to this city, to have that attribute when so many others. I have a special thrill today to be in this role because for a number of years, I think it was about 7 in all, Ray Hammond was the chairman of the board of the Boston Foundation and just did an exceptional job. And I want you to know, Ray, I am violating one of my pledges that I made to you years ago. You know, when he was chairman of the board, he and I would find ourselves in the position of speaking in tandem at many, many events, always to my disadvantage, to be paired with someone as eloquent as Ray Hammond. Now that you're not the chairman anymore, I won't have to be. And here I am again. In addition to all the Hammonds have accomplished as individuals, of course, together, they've been the power couple that lead Bethel AMA Church as co-pastor since 1989, and the church itself, on top of everything else, is such a splendid community asset. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring Gloria White Hammond and Ray Hammond.
Praise him.
Congratulations to all of our community awardees. Begin by also saluting Social Capital Inc. for having the faith to celebrate 2 preachers from the African American tradition on the same day, and to believe that they could keep their comments to 10 minutes. Surely you are believers in miracles.
5 minutes to express our very deep appreciation to SCI for your work in strengthening communities, our communities, by connecting diverse individuals. It is such an honor for us to be recipients of the Idealist Award from an organization that values connections and relationships as much as we do. Indeed, we would argue that the keys to all of our work are what we like to call the 3 R's: renewal, responsibility, and reconnection. Renewal of faith in the fact that we can make a difference and that the things that seem impossible really can happen. A willingness for all of us to take responsibility for our respective roles in healing our communities, and especially in meeting the needs of our youth. And a commitment to reconnecting and working collaboratively across boundaries with other individuals and institutions.
If there's anything that we appreciate, it is that building connections is not easy. All the while rebuilding systems of support that include all the relevant institutions that have an impact on our community. And that means we have to get CEOs and street workers on the same page, political leaders, police officers, and pastors working hand in hand. And the challenge is to move out of the places where we are comfortable and toward places that we are not, toward people, especially young people, where they are. And we've got to do, as we're doing here today, and I hope we'll continue doing as we leave here, move that movement toward each other. Not just in lunches like these, but in the forging of day-to-day relationships that can make a real difference.
Very often, Ray and I love to quote the words of the historian John Holt Franklin, and our congregation that's here today will attest to this. Those who stand tall in our presence appear to be of unusual height, because in most cases we stand on the shoulders of giants who have preceded us. And that is so very true for us. We are standing tall today on the shoulders of a cloud of witnesses, past men and women of every race and every nation and every language, who strove to make this city called Boston and make our nation called America great. They are those who taught us by word and deed the simple truth that service to others is the rent that we pay for living on this planet.
We also stand tall on the shoulders of colleagues present. That includes the many, many community and philanthropic and corporate partners in this room that we've worked with over the years. And we can't say enough about the Bethel Church family who are here in the house, who allowed us to be their pastors, and who've done the hard work of building the beloved community that Martin Luther King talked about. Last but not least, we really do stand tall on the shoulders of young people. And could we give those SCI and AmeriCorps volunteers another round of applause? They and the young people they serve, and we all serve, are what make this work so rewarding. They are the young people who are the leaders and unsung heroes. They are the young people who deserve the brightest future we can possibly secure for them. Young people who need all of us to believe in their potential and be willing to do whatever it takes to educate and equip them, not only as tomorrow's workforce, but as tomorrow's citizens.
And so today, we just want to say thank you. Thank you to each one of you for the ways that you make our city great. We pray that God's blessings will be upon you and that God will keep all of us together as we continue to strive to make our beloved community a reality in greater Boston and around the world. Thank you.
Let's give Lady Gloria another round of applause. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you for what you have done. And congratulations on your 2016 SCI Conference.